Let's do Phantom of the Opera. In sleep he calls to me, in dreams he came, a voice that calls to me and speaks my name. And if I dream again, I know I'll find the Phantom of the Opera is there inside my mind. Hearthstone Standard, and one of your friends built a deck and got Legend around the single greatest horde of all time. Oh? Sing once again with me a strange duet. My power over you grows stronger yet. And though you turn from me to glance behind, the Phantom of the Opera is there inside your mind. So 4 mana, 1/1 Warlock Epic. How are we doing so far? I mean, I feel like it's gotta have some good abilities. Card's name is Dreadsteed. This is important. Oh! Like Nightmare? Oh! Oh. Just many, many horsies. Do the Dreadsteeds that get summoned also have Death Rattle, I assume? Because it doesn't say a Dreadsteed without this ability. So I assume they just keep multiplying and multiplying. It has since been updated due to some breaking interactions to Death Rattle. At the end of your turn, summon a Dreadsteed. It's a perfect copy. Wow. Defiled. 2 mana Warlock spell. Deal 1 damage to all minions. If any die, recast this. Wouldn't that just fill up your entire board? Is there anything that says when a minion enters the battlefield, ping 1? Oh, okay, so you need to have something that gets more of them. Oh. Would have resulted in an endless loop of 1 damage to all minions. Oh, does that result in a draw? Oh. The devs had a level of foresight to cap it at 100 recasts. Fair enough. But it wipes your opponent's board. Alrighty, what do we got? Little Match Girl, Queen of Hearts, Donald, Good Leprechaun, Rooney. Know what card they... Oh, Dreadsteed was also changed so people didn't have to deal with that. Know what card they didn't have the foresight to change? Grim Patron. 5 mana, 3/3. When this survives damage, summon a Grim Patron. Oh dear. So you bump up its toughness a whole lot, or heal it or something, and then just make a bunch. I don't really get the new sun thing. Hi, Devils! The combo was Possessed Villager, Grim Patron, Defile. Possessed Villager was a one mana 1/1 with Death Rattle, summon a 1/1 Shadow Beast. Ugh. So far things are going okay, Devils. We won the first match. Winning being getting a top 4. I placed second. And this one we got Phantom of the Opera, and we got a decent pairing of characters. So I'm hoping that it's gonna go alright. Kind of looking for hunters, to be honest, and not finding them. So the Defile triggers, kills a villager, triggers patron, get a new patron and a Shadow Beast. Original patron's at 3/2. Defile recasts, kills Shadow Beast, hits both patrons, get 2 more patrons. Shadow Fiend dies. You have a 3/1 patron, a 3/2 patron, and a pair of fresh 3/3 patrons. Seems decent. From here, there's always at least one patron at 1 health, so they keep dying to make room for new patrons while those make more patrons. So your board is just full forever. You look at this person. They have all hunters. I want the hunters. At a certain point, the game's not giving you hunters. Gotta adjust. The original payoff required 2 more steps and too much mana to do the combo without mana cheating. But then there was something that came out in a later set that then broke it. The cards you needed were Death Speaker, 3 mana, 2/4 Battle Cry, make a friendly minion immune this turn. Immune characters do not take damage and cannot be targeted. Ah. What is happening here? Yeah, sure, I guess I'll get a level 2 treasure. Usher of Souls, 5 mana, 5/6 Death Rattle. When any minion dies, give your Cthulhu +1/+1 wherever it is. Oh. It get big. Big. Cthulhu, 10 mana, 6/6 Battle Cry. Deal minions attack randomly distributed among all enemies. Note, damage is dealt 1 at a time and it will not overkill. So it just kind of wipes the board then. Oh, all enemies! All enemy minions. My bad. Wipes the opponent's board only. Not enemy minions, enemies. Oh, so it hits face as well? Oh, okay, so it just kills them. Super Base, were you there on the day that I was demonstrating the current combo in Magic Standard that one-shots the opponent? Deals 20 damage? Cthulhu is also capped at 100 damage. Yeah, but people can't even have 100 life, right? It was, so it's Rakdos Joins Up, which is a black-red 3 enchantment. And it's, when it enters the battlefield, you can get a creature card from the graveyard back to the battlefield with 2+1/+1 counters on it. And it says whenever a legendary creature dies on your board, whenever one of your legendary creatures dies, you can deal that damage to the opponent. I'm gonna die. This is really bad. I'll explain the other half of the combo in a second. I have to try to not die first. Having boosts. Try not to die. Okay, surely this is a janky combo, and indeed it existed for 7 years and nobody gave a hoot. Okay, so the Rakdos Joins Up, and then the second part is this legendary black creature, Drivnod, from All Will Be One, and he doubles death triggers. And he is 8 power, 3 toughness. So what you want to do with this deck, you discard Drivnod into the graveyard. You get a sacrifice outlet ready. You throw down Rakdos Joins Up, get Drivnod out of the graveyard with 2+1/+1 counters on it. He's now a 10/5. You sacrifice him. He doubles death triggers, 10 damage to face. Oh, they buffed him. That's what this is. Every 2 spells you cast increase my boost by +1/+1. That's new. I was wondering what the little number was. He used to just give boost +1/+1. That makes sense though, because he's like a mage. Indeed is a combo. So letters, how dumb of a card would they have to print to make that combo I described suddenly something that we care about? I mean... maybe something that can fetch Cthulhu out of the deck? There's this mechanic called Infuse, and Infuse reads, if this many minions dies while this card is in your hand, gain this effect. Okay. I think I remember that. Sire Deathrius, 10 mana 6/6. Where have we heard this before? That sounds like Cthulhu's stats? Didn't do so well that time. Lifesteal Battlecry, deal 5 damage randomly split among all enemies, endlessly infuse 1, increase the damage dealt by 1. Sorry, it was a 10-minute 10-10, but yeah, that was the one we needed. 10 mana 10-10. You also just heal a ridiculous amount. So now the combo that we needed for the Death Speaker and Usher for, you just need to get Sire into your hand. Ah. It gets a little ridiculous. Despite this, the combo was still not fixed, but Sire was changed to Endlessly Infuse 2. Wait, they made it better? Oh, you need 2 deaths gets trigger. Okay. Okay. It's now 2 deaths for 1 damage. Okay. So it's theoretically half as good, but hip hurts. So while it still gets to absurd numbers, some players can survive that. Okay. It's not an instant kill 100% of the time. Because this combo was really dumb, we need to go dumber. Okay, I'm gonna run an ad break while you talk about that. And I'll leave the thingy-majig on instead of doing the be right back screen. But I'm gonna run an ad real quick. And BRB. I got distracted by snack, and then didn't remember that I was getting up for medication. But I took the medication now. So, Superbase says, we have to go dumber. Corpse Explosion. 5 mana Death Knight spell. Spend 1 corpse to deal 1 damage to all minions. If any are still alive, repeat this. You get a corpse whenever a friendly minion dies. Thing about Blood Death Knight, they are very good at surviving. And corpses aren't minions, right? They're like currency? As weird as that sounds. They're basically experience counters. Okay. Huh. I just realized they're little sunbeams. So they're like, yeah, it's sun season now. The new cards. They are technically always tracked, but they are only shown on screen if one of the following: the player is Death Knight, or the player is holding a known Death Knight card. Okay. I remember I had to unlock Death Knight or something. It wasn't one of those things that was available right away. Correct, and I hated it. I don't remember hating it. I don't remember anything about it. But I trust you. Yeah, I think I liked Cleric or something when I was playing Hearthstone. I looked less miserable playing ESO. By the way, I only have one H game left, so I'm probably going to be playing that on Sunday. I missed her adventures in ESO, it seems. Oh, devils. It was not adventures, plural. I played it once as part of my Unplayed series, and I was like, I don't enjoy this.